Well, my name is Bill. I work at the Wooden Bill Tasting Room. Today, Keri and I are going to taste one of the June 2020 Wine Club wines. It's the 2018 Tempranillo.
Hi, I'm Keri. I work in the Prosser tasting room for Alexandria Nicole Sellers. I would like to say that Bill and I are both sporting our isolation t-shirts that
Yes.
Ali and Jared got for us. So go team on that one.
Yep.
Yes, I'm looking forward to trying these wines. And sorry that we have to do Zoom, but hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what we'll do right now is this 2018 Tempranillo. This would be the wine that everybody who's getting the 4 reds would get. It's also available for purchase by anybody who's getting the mixed packet. So I'm going to join Keri with some wine here.
I have my socially distancing ANC wine glass as well.
All righty.
All right, give this baby a swirl.
Yeah. So the first thing that I notice is the color. It's kind of a dark garnet color. It's not really a purple color.
You can definitely tell that it is a very young wine. That color is all the way to the rim on that.
Mm-hmm.
Big nose.
Yeah.
Jumps right out at you.
It's a little spicy.
That's what I was just gonna say. Spicy and like juicy fruit, almost a teeny bit of little bit of stems maybe, like really fresh, juicy.
Yeah. A lot of dark fruit flavors. I actually think I get a little note of cedar.
It was interesting. I got to ask Jared Boyle a couple questions about the wine. And one of the things that he did say about the Tempranillo especially is that the oak profile is really important on it because of how it interacts with the oak. So they use the French oak, they like that. And then also the neutral oak, they're not trying to get an overly oaked style, which yeah,
Right.
You're definitely getting those nice toasty notes, but it's not an overly oaked profile.
Yeah, I noticed it was aged 19 months in oak. 39% of it was done in new French oak and 61% in neutral oak. So you're right, they're trying to keep it from getting too oaky.
And then Tempranillo, the name usually means early ripener, but
Right.
In our vineyard, they actually let it hang longer than they maybe typically would, like in Spain or another area that it's grown in. But that's why we're getting that really dark saturated color, those big fruit profiles on it as well.
Yeah. Well,
Since I'm not at work, I don't have to spit, so I'm definitely going to enjoy that. Lots of good acid.
yes, definitely. So I'm getting some dark fruit flavors like plum, maybe a little fig, certainly some dark cherry.
All those dark fruits, I would say that kind of woodsy note sticks out as well, like the kind of, just a little bit of wood, really nice. It's very complex. It's a big Tempranillo. I want to say this might be the biggest one I've tasted in a while that we've made.
I think you're right. I think this is bigger, bolder than the Tempranillos from the last few years.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that 18, the wines from 18, Jared was also saying that he thinks they're some of the best wines that he's made. And so it's going to be exciting because this is definitely young. So if we give it a little bit of
Yes.
time to kind of hang out, it's going to loosen up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let it sit around for another year or two maybe, and it'll soften up a little bit. I still think it'll have its big flavors.
I haven't been letting a lot of my wine sit lately. I've been drinking a lot.
Yeah.
This whole quarantine thing is kind of crazy for those of us
Well,
that keep working and those of us that can't. It's, calls
Yeah.
for a lot of wine.
Yeah, I'm on my second case of Alexandria Nicole wine right now.
I would say you're pacing yourself, Bill.
Well, yeah, but I've got a big backlog. I've got wine. I think I've used up almost all of my, used up all my 2009 and 2010. So I'm working into 2011s and 12s.
Well, I've heard you have an amazing Alexandria Nicole cellars, and you've been with the company 9 years?
Well, we'll say 8. This is my 8th year because I
Okay,
started
me
in
too.
2012.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, high five.
Yeah.
Let's see, you want to talk about pairings maybe?
Yeah. I think it goes well with foods that have a tomato-based sauce. It also goes well with foods that have a corn component. So you could be thinking, and actually it's got a bit of a smoky note to it. I
It really
certainly
does.
barbecue. In Spain, they eat it with jamon, their cured ham. I think that Mexican food where you've got a corn tortilla, like a burrito or an enchilada or something like that would be fine too.
I always think pork is kind of a perfect pairing with Tempranillos just because they need a little bit of fat to deal with the acid and the tannins that they usually have, but it doesn't need to be, over the top like a grilled ribeye. I also like it with a lot of like more Spanish dishes just because the profile, like roasted potatoes with romesco on them is kind of a nice, where you get a little bit of herbiness in there and still have a little bit of fat from the almonds and the olive oil.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
I'm hungry.
Stop it.
I ate cold pizza for breakfast this morning.
Well, I don't know. Yogurt and a muffin for me.
I am curious to hear what all of our club members think of the Tempranillo. They're a little bit harder to find in Washington State, so we are one of those wineries that you can get it at, but we don't make a lot of it either.
Correct. Correct. I don't know how many cases we made of this. Oftentimes they'll say that on the label, and this one it doesn't.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But that's okay.
Well, 100% Tempranillo, it should be exciting for club members because for the last several years, we've made 100% Tempranillo.
Yeah.
So definitely crack out those other bottles and do some verticals. Compare this big boy to the rest of them that you have at home too. We've got time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. I think that I always like to think of cheese pairings too. And I think classic Spanish cheeses like Manchego, Mahon, which is a little richer, perfect combinations.
I agree. I think that the more of an aged Manchego would be a nice pairing with a little bit of a nuttiness that usually brings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Bill. Do you think we've done this bottle justice?
Yeah. Oh, I found another pairing. My wife is a chocoholic.
Okay.
And so I always have to buy her a selection of chocolate bars at the store. And I tasted this with a orange infused chocolate. I think it was from Theo Chocolates.
Yep.
And it went really well.
I bet.
All right. Well,
We hope to see you guys soon.
yeah, take care. And we can't wait to get back to seeing everybody in the tasting room.
Stay safe.
Yep. All right.
Drink wine.
Cheers.
Cheers.